We finally get an official poster for the Flash movie, and scoopers are saying that there's going to be another Batman showing up in the Flash. So the Flash Super Bowl trailer is coming out soon, and we're finally getting a tease of more for the marketing for the Flash, starting with this official poster. It's a very clean look poster, it's not floating heads, and it just has Flash right in the middle, and we can get a better look at his new suit. But that's not all. Apparently he's in the Batcave, and Michael Keaton's Batwing can be seen on the top. Which is really purely to emphasize that, yes, this is a Flash movie, but there is one important character that's going to be in this movie, and that is Michael Keaton's Batman. In fact, Batman in the Flash movie seems to be what may be used to hype up this movie even more, as there is a generation of fans who absolutely loves Michael Keaton as Batman. But apparently, and this is a spoiler, they apparently removed an ending scene where Sasha Care's Supergirl and Michael Keaton's Batman survived the new timeline. And as James Gunn has already said that the Flash movie is going to be a reset button into his new DCEU. But scooper by the name of Grace Randolph actually said that there is another Batman that cameos at the end of the movie instead of Michael Keaton. It's going to be another former Batman. And this scoop was corroborated by other scoopers as well. There is indeed going to be a former Batman showing up at the end of the Flash movie. And the three hints that was given was either Val Kilmer's Batman, George Clooney's Batman, or Christian Bale. Now, people kind of just tossed aside that Val Kilmer was going to show up because of his health issues. So being that Batman and Robin was George Clooney's most embarrassing moment, it couldn't be him, right? Yet Christian Bale has always said that he wouldn't reprise his role as Batman unless Christopher Nolan was involved. But Grace Randolph threw in something that got people's heads scratching. Apparently this Batman cameo could potentially stick around as the new permanent DCU Batman, who is going to be Damian's dad, which would make George Clooney and Christian Bale seem kind of likely, as they both could be dad figures for Damian Wayne. Yes, The Dark Knight Rises actually had Talia al Ghul in there, and they did have a relationship, though I thought Bruce Wayne was only stuck in the pit for 5 months, and Talia does die at the end of the movie, and his story was kind of wrapped up, unless maybe they're introducing a new DCU Batman with Christian Bale playing that version of the new DCU Batman. But then again, other scoopers were hinting that it's actually going to be George Clooney. Hold up! Didn't we just go from a 70-year-old Michael Keaton Batman to a 60-year-old George Clooney Batman to make him the DCU Batman? How does that make any sense? But then Humberto Gonzalez from The Wrap did say that Grace Randolph is only speculating that the Batman who's going to cameo at the end of the Flash movie is going to be the DCU Batman because it's at the end of the Flash movie. But there's still going to be a new DCU Batman that they haven't cast yet. And that Batman is supposed to be only a few years older than the new Superman, who's going to be around the age of 25. But the interesting part is that why would you have a former Batman cameo at the end of the movie if the end of the movie is supposed to be the start of the new DCU? Unless it's just to show that the Flash can travel through multiple different timelines, and at the end, as a joke or kind of a throwaway gag, I don't know, he just ends up seeing George Clooney as Batman in the George Clooney Batman world, which I guess technically is still the Michael Keaton universe, but with George Clooney instead. So I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see when this movie comes out on June 16th. But wow, for a Flash movie, there is definitely a lot of Batmans.